Hello, Fang Greyscale here, and figured it was time for an update and let you guys know the reason why my channel is completely wiped out of content. And this is also mostly an update for how things will look in 2020 because, as you can see on the title, I'm staying on YouTube, but I'm rebranding my channel. There will be text in the upper left corner showing what I am talking about, so let's dive into it. YouTube is gonna change in 2020, like many people know, thanks to COPA, which stands for the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. YouTube and Google have had issues with the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, for some time now, because this COPA law have been mostly ignored by YouTube and Google for the longest time. Considering the fact that they don't have any way of verifying that you are the age you give when you make your account, it's super easy for an underage child, or rather a child that is below the age of 13, to, in a nutshell, just lie about their age and make an account. And that is technically fraud. That is technically not allowed. So what COPA entails is that anything marketed towards children is not going to show up to a lot of people. This is going to destroy many people's income, since for a lot of people YouTube is their job. And many YouTubers, me included, have fought to have the COPA Act changed, or the COPA law changed, so that it isn't as damning for content creators. Because what they've done is they're treating content creators like site owners, meaning that we, as channel owners, are not allowed to receive information regarding children online. We're not allowed to gather information like their name, their home address, and all that. And that's fair. That is completely fair. That is one reason why I like the COPA law. However, we content creators don't know the age group of every single person watching. Well, we have a estimated age group where you can see, like, between 16 and 24, I believe, is like one of the categories. And the thing is, we don't know how much of that is actually true. Because like I said, it's super easy to just lie about your age. I've done it before. I will admit that here and now. Me. I have lied about my age when I was a lot younger. For instance, I believe the first ever YouTube account I made was when I was, I believe, 10 or so. I was below the age of 13. And that account is long gone, by the way. Believe I deleted it after a while. I didn't know what I was going to post on it, so it was just like random shit that I made. But anyway, I lied about my age there. I said that I was 13, and on some sites I made an account lying that I was 18. And now I'm 23, going to turn 24 in February of next year. So I know how easy it is to just lie about your age like that. And it's really, really tempting, considering that YouTube doesn't do a damn thing to show or to like have you verify you're that age. Because the thing is, kids don't have ID cards or like other ways of identifying themselves other than like birth certificates and that. And that is technically illegal for YouTube to require. And as such, what YouTube have done is that you need to mark your channel or every single video you upload as either made for kids or not made for kids. I have made my channel not made for kids. I will get into what that means for my channel in a little bit. But like I said, this sadly means that anyone who said that they are made for children, or their content is made for children, they're going to suffer in 2020. Many YouTubers who are not so sure about what the COPA law means, considering that a fee has like a fee per violation has been circulated online. I believe it was like $42,000. Now, I highly doubt that the FTC is going to go after individual content creators that are extremely small. So, luckily, I am hopefully safe because I don't get anything from this. Many of my friends don't get anything from this. But also, many of my friends have left YouTube. Stream Dr. Duck, for instance, who is the Norwegian voice actor for Donald Duck. He has moved completely over to Twitch. And many other of my friends, like a guy I know on Discord, I don't know what his name is online, but on Discord he's known as Rancid. And he moved over to Dailymotion. I myself have made a Dailymotion account to move stuff over there in case, pardon my language, shit hits the fan here. So, this, like I said, this also means that games that could be appealing to children are not going to show up. But this also means that in 2020, I will take things a lot gentler with this channel, a lot easier. See what sticks and what doesn't, sort of thing. And the thing is, I believe his name was like Cremcraft or something like that on YouTube. Just look up the FTC called me and see if it's a guy with a weird hat with ears on. He basically said that he just got off the phone with the FTC, and they said that, you know, they aren't looking to charge individual creators. They have the possibility to do that, but it's extremely unlikely. Now, the phrase shooting fish in a barrel have been flying around, and no, that doesn't mean that they're using that as a way of scaring. No, Chatronic, that's not what it fucking means. Shooting fish in a barrel is another way of saying it's too easy. It's too easy and not worth the time. Suing individual content creators is not what the FTC has in mind. And it's also not, when it comes to the FTC, it's also not valuable for them, because they know that if they drag this, they know that if they go after someone and that person drags them into court, they're gonna lose. The content creator is gonna win because the FTC doesn't want to look bad to the outside world. And if that comes out into the news that the FTC dragged someone who does this for fun into court over a fine that they couldn't pay because no one earns that much, like, it's not gonna work. Now you might be asking, that's all fine and dandy, but where does this leave your channel? So, YouTube-wise, the lowest age rating I'm gonna do is T14, or PG-12, as it is for me. So sadly, this means that the Link's Awakening remake on Switch, Mario Odyssey, Pokemon, all that kind of stuff will not appear on my channel. Might try my luck sometime with it, and if nothing goes wrong, I could see myself doing, like, Mario Odyssey or something. We'll see. It all depends on how things look and how bad YouTube is going to get in 2020. I'm going to try to keep things daily as much as I can, but just know that I'm mostly going to focus on not child-friendly games. So that's also one thing before I move on. If you are below the age of 13, leave this video, leave the channel, go to YouTube Kids, stay there until you're 13, and come back. Because what you're doing is illegal. Moving on to Twitch, all ages will end up there, because they don't have the same bullshit rules that YouTube have now due to COPPA. Because it's YouTube and Google that have done wrong. They have gathered all this information on kids due to cookies, which has also led to kids getting certain advertisements. And this is all because of neglectful parents, by the way, before we move on to Twitch, neglectful parents who hand their iPad over to their little kid to watch kids shows on YouTube, and then all of a sudden, just because they looked up Frozen or Spider-Man or whatever, they end up on Elsa and Spider-Man, which is not kid-friendly. Because that's how the automated algorithm works for YouTube. They take whatever you look up and essentially throw it into a hat and then bring out random videos that has something to do with that. Could be the same creator, could also be other things. So like if you look up Star versus the First Forces of Evil, for instance, you're going to get a lot of that. So it's going to be all kinds of stuff. It's not always going to be child-friendly, and it's not always going to be, kosher content. Now moving on to Twitch. Like I said, all ages will end up there, and I will try to stream twice a week. Thursdays will be a Let's Stream project. I can't guarantee that I will stick to the same game every week, and I might change it from time to time. The first project I have in mind is going to be a Nuzlocke run of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. So that's going to be fun. Saturdays, as always, will be D&D. We're sticking to Demon King until that's finished. Then, basically at the end of Season 2, I will be asking my players if they want to do a third season, if they want to stop the story there. If they want to do a third season, maybe with newcomers, maybe with some changed characters. We'll see where that goes, but in the meantime there, I will move on to my other campaign, End of Fantasia. Run that through Season 2, because I don't have time to stream 2 campaigns in a week anymore, due to my activity being Friday and Sunday. And I used to stream Friday evenings. I used to stream the other campaign, but I can't do that anymore due to the activity. Now, one sad thing, due to the fact that I will not restrict my content age-wise, I will be playing kid-friendly games on Twitch. VODs will be Twitch exclusive from now on. This sadly means that every VOD will have a 2-week limit for their availability before they disappear forever. I won't be saving them. The only thing that goes against this law, or this rule that I'm setting up for myself, is the October project, because it's most likely going to appear like the same game every year. I know for a fact that the end of December is going to do that. Those are the only VODs that I'm going to save and upload on YouTube. But that's because those games aren't necessarily kid-friendly. Many children today don't understand how D&D works. They don't have the patience to figure it out, and they don't have the patience to sit down and make a character and actually play a game that one session can take roughly anywhere between 2 to 6 or 8 hours. Like the longest I've played have been like 8, 9 hours, and that was this summer. So yeah, that's mostly because why I'm feeling happy to just put those VODs on YouTube, because I know those aren't aimed at kids. With that said, if you have any questions, leave them down below. This also means that if you have any LP that I deleted that you want to see redone, mention it down below, and I will, depending on the game's age rating, do it either live on Twitch, and it stays on Twitch, or YouTube. But again, depends on the age rating. But if I do a test of like a Mario video and that thing doesn't automatically get put to made for kids, then I could try doing some of them on YouTube. We'll see. Copa is very, very gray line right now. So I will see you all in January, and I hope you will have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we're stepping off into the great unknown in 2020 together. God, I hope Copa is going to be nice, not be the end of YouTube, but we'll see. Take it easy, folks.